Yo, listen up. The internet is on fire right now, and everybody's asking the same question. What really happened to 6ix9ine behind those bars? New footage just dropped, and I'm telling you, it don't look like the rainbow-haired rapper we've seen clowning on live or flexing chains in the streets. Nah, this is darker, rawer, and tied to the tragedy that's got his whole world upside down. His girlfriend's murder, still fresh in the headlines, still unsolved in the eyes of many, just took a shocking twist because the leaked clip shows 6ix9ine in jail, looking broken, paranoid, and some even say talking to people who ain't even there. Fans are shocked, haters are laughing, and his family is left divided. Some folks swear he's losing his mind from grief, others saying it's guilt eating him alive, and a few wild voices online even claiming he staged the tears just to gain sympathy. But one thing is certain. Emotions ran high the second that footage hit the timeline. So what's the truth? Who leaked it? And is this connected to the night his girlfriend lost her life? Stay locked in, because this story ain't just gossip. It's turning into the messiest chapter of 6ix9ine's saga yet. The moment that clip dropped, timelines went into meltdown. Everybody had an opinion, nobody had the facts, and that's exactly what made it spread like wildfire. The footage showed 6ix9ine sitting on a thin metal bench inside a cold grey cell, the kind of image nobody thought they'd see this soon. His hair was faded out, no bright colours, no flashy drip. He looked like a man stripped bare. What really got people though wasn't the look, it was the sound. In the background of that grainy video, you could hear him mumbling, whispering, to somebody who wasn't even visible. "You didn't have to go like that. I told you I'd protect you." His voice cracked, shaky, and fans instantly connected it to the tragedy of his girlfriend's murder. Comments went crazy. Some were shocked, writing things like, "Yo, I never thought I'd feel sorry for dude," while others piled on, saying, "He acting? He always acting." Emotions ran high. Even his family seemed split. His sister allegedly reposted the video with a broken heart emoji, while his cousin went live the same night saying, "Don't believe everything you see. It's deeper than y'all think." Then, the first twist hit. Within hours, rumors spread that the person who leaked the clip wasn't just some random inmate or guard. Folks online swore it came from somebody close, somebody tied to his girlfriend's side of the family. One blog even claimed her brother had been visiting the jail, and the timeline instantly spun that into wild theories. Was this revenge? Was this proof he knew more than he was letting on? The drama thickened when fans started breaking down every second of the footage like detectives. They pointed out the way his eyes darted toward the corner, like he was seeing someone that wasn't there. One slowed-down clip went viral, captioned, "He's seeing her ghost far." Thousands of comments underneath, some saying grief makes you hallucinate, others convinced he was literally haunted. And while the internet clowned or cried, inside the jail, the story was even messier. According to an anonymous guard speaking to a local outlet, 6ix9ine had been refusing meals, snapping at other inmates, and breaking down randomly during counts. One inmate allegedly said, "Man, he ain't the troll you'll see online. He walk around whispering like he's cursed." It didn't stop there. Family drama boiled over too. His late girlfriend's mother came forward in a shaky phone interview, voice heavy with pain. She said, "If he really cared about my daughter, he wouldn't be sitting there pretending now. He had chances to protect her, he didn't." The clip went viral in its own right, fans torn between sympathy and suspicion. Then came the biggest shock of the first night. A second clip surfaced. This time 6ix9ine was pacing his cell, shirtless, fists clenching, screaming out loud. "I didn't touch her! I didn't touch her! Stop saying that!" His voice echoed off the walls, raw and desperate. That 30-second video flipped everything upside down. People who thought he was just mourning now wondered if he was defending himself from unseen accusations. Did he hear voices? Or was he reliving the night of the murder in his head? Theories piled up quick. Some swore he was innocent and being eaten alive by guilt for not saving her. Others swore he was guilty and the breakdown was his conscience spilling out. Bloggers jumped in. YouTubers dissected every word. Headlines screaming 6ix9ine screams innocence in leaked jail footage. His team finally spoke up too. His lawyer released a statement calling the videos illegal leaks and saying they would pursue all legal action. But the statement backfired. Instead of calming things down, it made fans wonder if they were trying to bury something. One top comment read, "If he's innocent, why hide the tapes? Let us see it all." Even rappers couldn't stay quiet. A few went on live, laughing, saying this was karma, while others said, "Nah, you can hate him, but losing your girl like that will break anybody." The culture was split right down the middle. What made it all worse was a message from a supposed friend of his girlfriend, posted to IG with the caption, "She told me she was scared before it happened." That one sentence sent shockwaves. People demanded answers, demanded the full story. Who was she scared of? Was it 6ix9ine, or was it someone else around him? By the end of that first 24 hours, fans weren't just gossiping, they were fighting, in comments like family members in a living room argument. Some saying, "He's guilty, look at his breakdown." Others screaming, "Nah, grief can make you act crazy." Emotions ran high. The family was left divided, and Allah blogs were reporting that outside the jail, protesters had even shown up, some chanting justice for her, others holding signs that said "Free him, free him." Inside his cell, according to another guard leak, 6ix9ine hadn't slept for 2 nights straight. He kept muttering about the letters, about promises broken, about somebody setting him up. Fans caught onto that detail instantly. Hashtags started trending. People asking, "What are the letters? Is there proof?" And just when everybody thought the leaks couldn't get worse, a new angle dropped. A longer clip, grainier, but with audio clearer than before. In it, 6ix9ine sat against the wall, tears streaking his face, whispering, "I should have never opened the door that night. I should have never let them in." The internet stopped breathing. That one sentence changed everything. Who was them? Who did he let in? Fans flooded threads, connecting dots, spinning, theories that made the situation look darker than ever. Some even suggested his girlfriend's murder wasn't random at all, but tied to people close to him. The video cut out right there, leaving everybody hungry for more. Twitter Spaces stayed live until morning, fans yelling, bloggers debating, even old friends of 6ix9ine chiming in saying, "I knew something like this was going to happen." The noise was so loud, it was like the whole world was tuned into one messy reality show. And the craziest part, insiders swore more footage was coming. By the next morning, the internet wasn't just buzzing, it was in full meltdown. Hashtags were trending worldwide, not just in hip-hop circles, but across mainstream feeds. "Free him," "Justice for her," and the letters were all over people's timelines. And then, like a bomb dropped, a second wave of footage hit. This time, the clip wasn't from inside the cell, it was from the common area. Grainy security cam angle, black and white, but you could clearly see 6ix9ine sitting at a metal table with another inmate. No sound at first, just wild hand gestures. Him shaking his head, slamming his palm down, then suddenly leaning in real close to whisper something. 10 seconds later, the audio kicked in, fuzzy, but just clear enough. 6ix9ine's voice came through, broken, but defiant. "They think I don't know who set me up, but I know. I know who knocked on that door." Bro, the internet lost its mind again. Fans started piecing together conspiracies like puzzle masters. Who was knocking? Was he talking about her killers? Or was he accusing somebody close to him? Some swore he was pointing blame at her family. Others thought he was hinting at industry enemies. Either way, it was messy. The inmate sitting across from him just nodded, arms folded, saying, "You better keep that to yourself, because if you say it out loud, they're gonna bury you deeper." Fans replayed that line over and over, saying it sounded like a warning, like even inside he wasn't safe. By afternoon, blogs were running with headlines like 6ix9ine claims set up from inside jail and "Mystery knock at girlfriend's murder resurfaces." Even his old enemies came out to clown him. One rival posted on IG stories, "That rainbow crying ghost now, told y'all karma don't miss." But others were cautious, saying, "Nah, this don't feel staged. This feels like somebody really coming for him." His family drama flared again too. His girlfriend's aunt gave a heartbreaking interview saying, "My niece told me she didn't trust everybody around her. And now seeing him act like this, I don't know what to believe anymore." Those words stung fans. They replayed them side by side with his breakdowns, making it all look like a twisted reality TV show where everyone's dirty laundry got aired out at once. Then another twist hit. A supposed friend of his girlfriend leaked text screenshots from months earlier showing her writing, "Sometimes I feel like I'm in danger, but I can't talk about it on here." Those texts went viral, fans connecting them straight back to the footage of 6ix9ine, whispering about people knocking on the door. Some said it was proof he knew more. Others said it was proof somebody else in the circle was plotting. Emotions ran high. Arguments exploded under every post, people ready to throw fists in real life over what was or wasn't true. Inside the jail, though, things were unraveling faster than the internet even realized. Reports came out that other inmates were taunting him, yelling through bars, calling him Ghost Boy, and mocking his late-night muttering. One guard leaked that he had to be pulled from the block after screaming at 3 a.m. "Stop blaming me, I didn't do it." Fans caught wind of that and started editing clips with eerie music, making it all feel like a haunted documentary. But then came the biggest leak yet, a 4-minute clip, shaky and sideways, clearly filmed on a hidden phone. This one showed 6ix9ine in his cell again, pacing like a caged animal, holding something in his hands. Fans zoomed in frame by frame and swore it looked like crumpled paper. And then came the audio. He was crying, voice breaking, muttering, "These letters gonna ruin me if they get out. They don't know what she wrote. They don't know what I wrote back." Bro, that line had the internet in flames. Letters wasn't just a rumor anymore, it was confirmed straight from his mouth. Immediately everyone started speculating. Was it love letters? Confessions? Threats? Was it proof about the murder? Blogs ran with titles like, "6ix9ine admits to secret letters tied to girlfriend's death," and fans were writing essays online like detectives piecing together crime scenes. His ex-manager even jumped into the mix, posting cryptic tweets. "Told your paperwork always comes back around." People screenshotted and blew it up, swearing he was hinting at the letters too. The pressure was insane. His lawyer had to go back on record, dismissing the leaks as illegal manipulations, saying, "These are fragments of a grieving man, not evidence of guilt." But nobody was listening. Fans didn't care about official statements. They cared about the drama. They cared about the tears, the whispers, the letters. By nightfall, the news outlets were covering it like a soap opera. One reporter even compared it to a live broadcast of a reality show where tragedy and conspiracy collide. That soundbite got clipped and shared everywhere. And just when you thought the night couldn't get wilder, one final clip dropped. Before midnight, this time, 6ix9ine was shouting at the top of his lungs, slamming the wall, "Stop saying I loved her wrong. I loved her right. Y'all don't know what happened that night." Fans watching felt chills. It sounded less like an act and more like a man cracking. Some defended him, saying grief makes you lash out. Others said it was proof of guilt. The split was vicious. People on Twitter Spaces were screaming at each other until dawn, breaking down every single word. The footage ended with him throwing himself onto the bed, sobbing into the pillow, whispering, "She said she'd forgive me, but how can she forgive me if she's gone?" That line left everybody speechless. By the time the third day rolled around, the internet had turned into a full-blown courtroom. Everybody wasn't just gossiping anymore. They were building theories, writing threads, stitching TikToks like they were prosecutors. The phrase "the letters" became bigger than the footage itself. Fans were convinced these mysterious papers held the truth about his girlfriend's death, about their relationship, maybe even about his innocence or guilt. Then the bomb dropped. A gossip page posted blurry photos claiming to show actual pages of the letters. One looked like a note written in a woman's handwriting. Another looked messy and scrawled, Supposedly his reply. The captions were wild. In the alleged letter from her, you could barely make out words like fear, loyalty, and danger. In the supposed reply, there were lines circled that said, "I never meant to hurt you," and "they watching us too." Bro, the screenshots went viral instantly. Fans were zooming in, circling words, arguing whether they were real or fakes planted for clout. One fan posted a breakdown video with side-by-side comparisons of her known handwriting from old IG posts. Another said the paper style looked like jail commissary pads. Blogs ate it up, headlines screaming, "Letters leak confirms, 6ix9ine knew more," and "proof or planted." Fans fight over authenticity, but it didn't stop there. Within hours, his girlfriend's cousin came online saying, "Those words look familiar. She confided in me. I told her to leave him before it got too deep." That single statement split the internet again. Was the cousin protecting her memory or stirring the fire? Emotions ran high. Fans were already turning comment sections into war zones. Inside the jail, leaks claimed 6ix9ine snapped when he heard about the letters hitting the internet. One guard told a local blog, "He punched the wall so hard his hand swelled. He kept yelling, 'They weren't supposed to see that.'" Fans didn't miss a beat. Theories exploded. Why wouldn't he want them seen if they proved his innocence? Or was it because they revealed something darker? And then came the twist nobody saw coming. Another clip surfaced, not filmed inside his cell, but apparently recorded during a phone call. His voice was faint but recognizable, and he sounded broken. "Ma, I ain't kill her, I swear. But they gon' keep blaming me. I ain't know they'd come that night." Fans froze. The words were enough to ignite every conspiracy online. Who was they? Was it a setup? A robbery? A secret crew? Some claimed he was confessing indirectly. Others said it was him begging his mum to believe. He was innocent. Either way, the timeline exploded with fire emojis, crying emojis, broken heart emojis. Fans arguing so loud that lives and spaces stayed open all night. The family division got uglier too. Her mother gave another interview, crying into the camera. "If he really loved my daughter, why is her blood still unanswered? These letters won't bring her back." At the same time, his own sister went live defending him, saying, "Stop making it seem like he's a monster. Y'all don't know what my brother been through. Y'all don't know the full story." Fans screenshot those moments and posted them side by side, calling it a clash of two families torn apart. Captions read, "Grief versus loyalty, love versus truth." The family was left divided. People were crying watching the clips, others clowning, some just stunned at how messy it had gotten. And then, in the middle of the storm, a rumor spread that one of the letters mentioned a name. Nobody knew who, but threads started popping up with wild guesses. Friends, enemies, ex-associates, even rappers he had beef with in the past. One blogger swore the name started with an R, another swore it started with a D. That one tiny rumor fueled hours of chaos. Spaces full of fans screaming, YouTubers posting breakdowns every hour. To make things even crazier, a former friend of his girlfriend popped up on live claiming, "I saw one of the letters myself. She wrote that she didn't feel safe. And it wasn't just him. She said there were people around him making threats too." The internet exploded again. Was she implying gang ties? Was she protecting him or pointing at him? Nobody could tell. The comments flew fast. "So he was innocent all along. Nah, she was talking about him. Stop capping." The truth is twisted. Emotions were at a boiling point. Meanwhile, reports inside jail said inmates were taunting him harder than ever, chanting letters, letters, every time they saw him. Some guards allegedly had to move him into isolation because the stress was pushing him to the edge. One inmate claimed he was sitting there crying, whispering, "Why'd she write that? Why'd she write that?" Like he didn't know it was coming. Bro, fans grabbed onto that detail like sharks. Suddenly theories shifted. Maybe he didn't kill her, but maybe the letter exposed secrets he never wanted the world to know. Maybe she wrote about betrayal, cheating, or hidden deals. Blogs added fuel. dropping clickbait titles like, "Was 6ix9ine hiding double life exposed by girlfriend's letter?" And then, the twist that turned the internet upside down. Another video leak hit, showing him clutching papers, his voice shaking as he yelled at guards outside his cell. "You can't use them against me, it's private. It was between me and her." The internet gasped. Private? Between him and her? Fans argued whether that proved it was love letters or confessions or something darker. Some defended him, saying everybody writes messy things when they're in love. Others said, nah, he's scared because it's evidence. Overnight, the narrative shifted again. Some fans started to humanize him, saying, he's guilty of being toxic maybe, not murder. Others doubled down, calling him manipulative and dangerous. The split was vicious, with thousands of comments flying under every single post. By the fourth day, the situation had gone beyond music blogs, beyond stan accounts, beyond fan edits. It was everywhere. Morning news anchors in LA were talking about the letters. Podcasts were opening with dramatic music before diving into theories. And even talk shows had guests arguing about whether 6ix9ine was grieving or guilty. This wasn't just rap news anymore. It had turned into a full-blown reality saga playing out across the internet. Then, like the universe knew the streets were hungry for chaos, the biggest leak yet hit. A 10-minute video. Shaky, filmed from outside the bars, clearly on a contraband phone. The angle caught him pacing back and forth, holding those same crumpled papers. His voice was raw, broken, echoing. "I loved her. I swear I loved her. But she ain't believe me. She thought I was the danger, but it was never me. It was them. I told her don't open that door." The clips spread like wildfire, every line dissected. Fans clipped the "she thought I was the danger" part and ran with it. Some said it was proof she was scared of him. Others said it was proof he was misunderstood. Arguments flared so badly that whole threads collapsed under the weight of insults. What set the internet completely off, though, was the last 30 seconds. In a near whisper, barely audible, he said, "If they find the last letter, I'm done." Bro, people went insane. Last letter trended instantly. Fans demanded to know what was in it. Some said it was the real confession. Others said it was her final message before she died. Theories flooded YouTube, podcasts, Twitter Spaces, TikTok, breakdowns. The mystery was bigger than the man now. It was about what those words on paper carried. Meanwhile, her family stepped in heavier. Her mother went on TV again, clutching a photo of her daughter, tears streaming. All this noise won't bring her back. Letters or no letters, my baby is gone. But if those words prove he failed her, then the world deserves to know. Fans flooded comments with broken hearts, some agreeing, others calling her grief weaponized by the media. The family was left divided again, some pushing for the letters to be public, others begging for privacy. His side wasn't quiet either. His sister dropped a live rant, shaking with emotion. "Stop twisting this. You'll want him guilty so bad you can't see he's hurting. Those letters weren't about death. They were about love. My brother ain't no monster. Y'all don't know the nights he stayed up protecting her." Screenshots of both women, mother versus sister, went viral side by side, with captions like, "Two truths, one tragedy." Emotions ran high, fans choosing sides like they were picking teams in a war. Then came the most dramatic twist of all. A blogger claimed to have the last letter. They posted a blurred screenshot with only one line visible. "I can't live like this anymore." The internet imploded. Was it her suicide note? Was it a breakup letter? Was it even real? Nobody knew, but that didn't matter. Everybody was convinced the mystery had just gotten darker. Inside jail, reports said 6ix9ine had a meltdown the night the blogger posted it. Guards allegedly had to restrain him as he screamed, "They lyin', that ain't the letter, y'all, playing with me." Fans were quick to screenshot the blog's post, calling it stage clout chasing, while others swore it was the real thing. More drama surfaced when his old associate came out in an interview, grinning, saying, "I know about them letters, but I ain't saying nothing. Yet." That smirk set timelines ablaze. Some said he was bluffing, others said he was sitting on bombs waiting to cash out. And in the middle of all this, a new clip dropped, short but powerful. 6ix9ine, sitting on his bed, clutching his head, whispering, "She said she'd forgive me, but she can't forgive me if she's gone." That single sentence made millions of fans cry, others furious, others even more convinced of his guilt. By now, the culture was fully divided. Some said he was an abuser being exposed in real time. Others said he was a broken man haunted by guilt of failing to protect his love. The split was vicious. Friends stopped speaking over debates. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Even podcasts ended with hosts yelling at each other. And then the most chilling moment of all came in a final leak before the week ended. The video was darker, almost pitch black, filmed at night. You could barely see him, just hear him, his voice shaking. They gon' twist it. They gon' twist the truth. But one day, y'all gon' know I ain't the killer. One day, y'all gon' see. That whisper set the internet ablaze one last time. Blogs ran the headline, 6ix9ine swears innocence in final leak. Fans flooded comments with crying emojis, fire emojis, broken hearts. Everybody was left with questions. Nobody had answers. As the smoke cleared, one thing was obvious. The footage had transformed into a saga nobody could escape. A girlfriend's death, a rapper's breakdown, mysterious letters, families torn apart, and fans split down the middle. And it left the entire world asking, what's real, what's fake, and who's telling the truth? So after all this chaos, all the leaks, all the whispers about the letters, one thing is clear. This ain't just about music anymore. This is about pain, grief, and secrets that refuse to stay buried. Fans are shocked, the family is left divided, and the culture can't stop watching like it's the wildest reality show ever broadcast. We saw 6ix9ine go from a troll on the internet to a man in a cell, stripped of the colors, stripped of the chains, just his voice echoing in the dark. We heard him cry, we heard him scream, we heard him swear innocence while the world replayed every second like detectives searching for clues. And then there were the letters, the most haunting twist of all. Some say they prove his guilt, some say they prove his innocence, but everybody agrees they changed everything. But here's the truth, fam. We still don't know. Who wrote them? What was in the last letter? And why did he look so terrified every time he mentioned them? Was he grieving or was he hiding? The answers are still locked behind bars, and until the full truth comes out, the internet gon' keep buzzing. And now I gotta ask you directly, what do you think? Was 6ix9ine confessing? Or was he crying out as an innocent man haunted by loss? Do you believe the letters are real or just planted to stir chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because this story ain't finished and your voice matters in the debate. Make sure you like this video if you stayed hooked, subscribe so you don't miss the next update, and share this with your people. 'Cause trust me, when the next twist hits, you'll want to say you were here first.